Hey, what's up guys, Joshua's Boost here and welcome back to another Digimon gameplay video. Today I have the first BT11 match on my channel, which will be between myself on the right piloting the big elephant in the room, the supposed top dog, Blackwargreymon X-Antibody, against my very good friend Edwin, who is on Ulforceveedramon actually, and big shout out to Edwin, he has been the guy I've been doing literally all the BT11 testing with so far. So yeah, that's obviously very nice. And he's playing the Ulforce deck, which I think is a very, very strong contender as well. And you're definitely going to be seeing it doing some very strong stuff in this video. Again, this is like one of the first test sessions we did though. So, well, you're going to see like some effects are going to be resolved like incorrectly at first and then restore and stuff like that. But shouldn't make too much of a difference in the game, I think, at least. Anyway, I think we both start off pretty strong here. He's going to Vmon with the memory boost. I'm going to Agumon with the memory boost. So, pretty similar starts. He's on the BT2 Rina there, which is nice. It's a Searcher and also gives the Ulforce plus 2000, which is actually very relevant in my opinion, because it does help you get over certain stuff, because Ulforce is actually only 12 from itself. And then yes, it does have evade if you play the Rina out. But you don't want to be using the evade and then suspend your guy. You want to keep attacking, right? I do have the cool boy Agumon start here, also going into the Agumon X-Antibody, which is one of the best starts for the deck, because you do gain the additional memory, the additional draws, as well as the search of the Agumon X-Antibody, so you really get to dig for other pieces. And I really seem to be digging for those here. Adding the new Greymon X-Antibody to my hand, the BT11 one, which, it's absolutely insane. Basically, like built-in win rate in the deck, and then going into BT8 Greymon. I've seen a lot of lists cut this Greymon, actually, but I still think it has its merit in the deck for sure. Because there are still decks that just can outspeed you, even though the deck did become faster with the new BT11 support. But there's still, stuff like Crossfire that just swings a lot early game. It's just very nice to be able to have, like, double block from either the regular Blackwargreymon or the Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. Sorry about the glare, but yeah, I am editing in the cards, so you can still see what's going on here. So Ulforce comes down, which is going to unevolve play out a Tamer, which is going to be Rina. And then he's going to unsuspend the Ulforce, and then he's going to gain memory from let's see, I think from the Veedramon and from the Rina, and put me to 1, I'm pretty sure, and he gets to bounce my Greymon. I think that's it for this turn. So yeah, he bounced my Greymon to a hand, and basically I just lost my stack. But honestly, it's fine, because we do have we have an additional 4 memory to work with, even if he did put me to 1. So I'm going into the X-Antibody to gain 2 more memory from the cool boy, and then dig even deeper for the pieces, hitting the new Greymon X-Antibody here, putting Yuya to the bottom of the deck. But Yuya is not that important in this specific matchup, so that's not too bad. Going into Greymon for 2 and then gain 1 memory. Since the Agumon is in the stack, he doesn't have to evolve over the regular Agumon, it just has to be in the stack for him to gain the effect. Then evolving into the another Metal Greymon, the Greymon X-Antibody, which will allow me to go into Metal Greymon and keep turn. However, there's nothing for me to delete here. And I guess I was missing the D-Digivolve Metal Greymon here, because I think if I had that, I definitely would have evolved into it. Putting the X-Antibody option under my stack, and now I'll probably go swing, and then use the option to evolve into the Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. Just go for a 1 check with, I think it's 15,000 DP. And he's actually going to block here. And then since the Ulforce is suspended, he gets to play out a Tamer, which is going to be Davis, which is nice. And then, yeah, since this guy is suspended, or since my guy gets unsuspended, I can delete a Digimon with the lowest DP on the field. And since he only had the Ulforce, that means the Ulforce is gonna go. Oh no, wait, he just did the block. Yeah, never mind. And then I'm gonna trash top security. Right. Yep. So he's going to be forced to build up a new stack here. Like, it's rough sometimes because I guess sometimes you know, in a perfect world you would want to promote the Ulforce deck and then just literally close out the game that very first turn, but you don't always have the option to do that, right? And I just have all the Agumon X-Antibody here, which is just so good with this setup, hitting double into the X-Antibody as well as the BT5 Omnimon X, which I'm a big fan of. Ever since the BT10 format, honestly. Or, yeah, BT10. Going to another Blackwargreymon there. And I really think at this point it's really hard for him to get back into the game. Because I am building up a second stack here. Ulforce can't really out the first stack in the first place if you have the protection from the X-Antibody. Going to the Blackwargreymon. Putting the X-Antibody under it just in case I hit into something like Hokkaido's Breath, right? So I can protect the stack if it is necessary. If he's even playing cards like that. And then going to the Blackwargreymon and I actually get rid of both the Rinas here. And then Treasure Stomp Security with the Inheritable from the new Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. And yeah, he's going to be forced to move out the stack here, basically. I mean, I guess he could have not moved out the stack and then just hope I can't finish off the game, which, like, maybe I couldn't. Like, I would need something like Blitz Omni or the BT10 Omnimon X-Antibody close out the game. But even then, like, next turn you would have to do 6 checks against my 2 level 6 attacks, which both have a double blocker. Well, I guess the Blackwargreymon doesn't really have double blocker against this deck, because when you block it doesn't delete the Digimon. If he gets to play the Rina stuff anyway. But yeah, already looking, I mean, if you're looking against this board, it's gonna be so hard to win, like, regardless of what deck you're playing, to be honest. Maybe Grandis could do it. Yeah, I guess Grandis could potentially do it. But even for Grandis, it would be hard. Anyway, he's triggering like some on-play effects here from the Rina, because you can't do that with the Ulforceveedramon Inheritable, I'm pretty sure. And plays out another Rina. And he actually hits into my into a 13k, which is Ulforce is also at. But he's going to be able to evade. Then use the Rina effect when this Digimon becomes suspended to play out. Or to use an undigital effect, which is going to play out Jerry. Which is actually nice, because that might give him another turn. He does have 2 blockers on the field now. But even then, like, my Blackwargreymon can just attack his unsuspended Digimon anyway. And I don't know, we'll see, I guess. He actually opts to go for another swing. I'm not going to block, because this guy is now just as big as both my stacks. Or even bigger than the Blackwargreymon stack, but just as big as the Blackwargreymon X-Antibody stack. And he's going to finish off his turn by going to the Veemon. Which is a little bit rough, because he puts me to 3, which means that now potentially I can get rid of the Leomon and it will still be my turn. It's definitely not a spot he wants to be in. My deck's actually super tiny here, if you can if you can see that. But yeah, now I'm just going to swing with the Blackwargreymon into the Leomon. He's going to draw from the Jerry, then draw from the Leomon and gain 2 memory. I'm going to unsuspend the Blackwargreymon. And now I think I'm going to run over his Veemon with the Blackwargreymon and just do a security check with the Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. Which means that I will now be trashing his less security on the next turn, as well as deleting his Ulforce. Yeah, I couldn't close out the game anyway, so there was no real point in going for security with the Blackwargreymon and keeping the Veemon on field here, so... Yeah, now he gains memory from Rina, because it says, like, on your turn when your Digimon becomes unsuspended, you gain a memory, and, you know, during the unsuspend phase, your Digimon does become unsuspended, so... But it's not gonna matter, right? Like, what's he gonna do with one guy in racing against this? Now I'm showing the Omnimon X-Antibody from BT10. That's like, yeah, whatever you do, it's going to be game. So yeah, moving on to game 2. Ulforce did, you know, it did some stuff here, but didn't really quite get the ball rolling. I really think that the Blackwargreymon deck managed to set up too fast for the Ulforce deck here. Which is something that in the past didn't really happen, because Blackwargreymon is just inherently a pretty slow deck. But, you know, with the new support, it is quite a bit faster. Going to go Agumon Memory Boost again, very good start. Going to pick up the Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. Bottom decking 2 BT5 Agumon, as well as the Blackwargreymon from BT8. He's going to start with the Structure Deck Veemon, which is like the Warp Digivolve one. Going to Veedramon. And then go into the Structure Deck Ulforceveedramon. And the Veedramon here is the one that says, mostly the Inheritable is important, where if you play a blue tamer, you gain 1 memory. which is nice. And I'm just going to put him to 2 by playing Yuya. And 2 is a nice number here, because if he wants to evolve into Ulforceveedramon, that means that he's going to have to put me to 1, and then I'm going to 3. So basically gaining 2 memory for free. Just actually going for another player, which is just play Jerry to play out Leomon. I'm going to build up my stack in the back, going to structure that Greymon. And then play out the Agumon X-Antibody to dig for pieces. Apparently I already have the Greymon X-Antibody, so I'm going to pick up the Metal Greymon X-Antibody as well as the X-Antibody option. It's always so nice to a double hit of this. He's going to swing into Leomon, attempt to gain some more memory, probably so he can advance his game state, but he's a little bit unlucky since he does hit into an Agumon there, so he will not be getting the draw on the memory, so instead he's just going to go into another blue memory boost to dig for some more pieces. But honestly, it's not that bad that Leomon survived, because now it is still a threat on board, and if I do delete in my turn, he still will get the memory as well as the draw. So it's not like it's necessarily super bad he survived. Going to go X-Antibody, pick up the Gaiomon, bottom decking another of the, what's it called, Metal Greymon. Then going into Greymon X-Antibody, tap both Cool Boy and Yuya. So plus 2000 is also being unaffected by options. Going to pop the memory boost there, put the option below the stack. Evolve. Oh, right, so I popped the memory boost because now I'm going to evolve into the Metal Greymon, which is going to delete his Leomon, but then I will still keep turn because I did pop the memory boost there. And now I assume I'm going to be swinging at the security. Oh, first with the Agumon, alright. Hit into another Leomon, and now I guess I'm just going to swing with the X-Antibody effect. Yeah, so swing, use the option effect to evolve into Blackwargreymon X-Antibody to do 2 checks. And now I'm going to be trashing the top of security as well, which is Ulforceveedramon. He's going to hard play Veemon there. So not even moving up his stack, probably missing some pieces, picking up Rina, and couldn't quite tell. I think it was Veedramon. So once again, looking like a real good position. He's going to pop the boost. Going to Veedramon. And then, let's see what he's going to do here. Going to play Rina. Alright, so he's definitely missing some pieces. And now, if I do have the Omnimon X-Antibody from BT10, this is going to be the game. But spoiler alert, I do not have it. So, oh right, this is where like a little misstep happened because the Veemon inheritable triggered. So he didn't actually pass turn by playing the Rina, it actually stayed his turn. Right. So we caught that, and now he's going to be able to... This is actually going to be relevant. He's going to be able to hard play this this Veemon to dig for more pieces. And then actually putting me to 3, right? I'm going to go into the Agumon like I did before. Then evolve into... Or not evolve, but play the Agumon and pick up Omnimon BT5. And Blackwargreymon, go into the Agumon X-Antibody, dig for some pieces, pick up Greymon X-Antibody. And now this is where it becomes a little bit annoying that I do not have the regular Metal Greymon in the stack, because now I can't out both his stacks in the front. I just will be able to out one of them. And I can't even choose, right? I have to out the Veemon because of the... I mean, that's just the Blackwargreymon effect. The X-Antibody effect. And now I'm going to be passing turn by... Okay, so I figured because he did have a lot of checks, I'm going to go into the Omnimon X-Antibody, which will be able to... It has the protection from the X-Antibody option, and then I will also be able to stop 3 attacks, I think. However, Ulforce does have the jamming Ulforceveedramon set up right now, which is actually really rough because it's the one that gives it security attack +1 if you have 7 cards or more, I think, in hand. Which is going to be very relevant, so I just let both the guys to do just 1 check. Like, okay, that's fine, because I really want to keep those Omnimon blocks for the security +1. However, now Ulforce is really going to be popping off, playing the Rina here with the Ulforce effect, gaining a bunch of memory. I think we once again do forget the Veemon inheritable memory gain here, but it's not going to actually matter for the outcome of the game, as you're going to see. So he's going to try to bounce my Omnimon because he does have 4 tamers in play. So he will be able to bounce to level 7. But I'm going to protect. He's going to swing, boost up with 1000. Then tap the Rina to use one of the unevolved effects, which is to play a tamer. And yeah, this is basically what the Ulforce deck wants to be doing. Like push out the Ulforce and then keep swinging. And with each swing just playing out another of the BT11 Rina. And that way just keep unsuspending the guy. And then, yeah, so I have to block again. Block and the attack. Once again, a Rina comes down. Also gaining all the memory while this is happening, by the way. From the Rina, because it says, I think if your guys unsuspend, you gain 1 memory. And once again, I block, or anti-attack is going to tap the Rina once again. And basically, at this point, I knew it was game. Because, yeah, you can play out the Leomon there, which is not even that relevant. But now you can just go for 2 checks. So I think I can still win if he hits Blackwargreymon or like a 13k or 15k in the insecurity, but he doesn't. He actually hits into both a BT5 Greymon there, and then the Freedom is going to be able to swing for game. So yeah, pretty good showing of Ulforce there. Blackwargreymon just doing the thing where it can quite easily close out the game. And, you know, decks like Ulforce Grandis can really kind of take advantage of that, because if you are too slow, they can just suddenly come out and just murder you. Which is something that happened here. So, but I do have a really good start again, going to Agumon and playing a memory boost where he actually just had to play the Rina to dig for a rookie here, which is definitely not something you want to be doing. He did pick it up though, the EX1 Veemon, so that is nice, but he's basically a turn behind right now. And I did have a really good opener with Agumon, memory boost, as well as Greymon. He's going to go Davis here, which is, I do have to admit, that's definitely nice as well, because it will mean that we'll be starting a turn with 3 from this point on. I'm going to promote my Greymon, evolve into the Greymon X-Antibody. Yeah, if I remember correctly, my hand here was really, really good. So I go into the Metal Greymon X-Antibody, and I think I also have the option, so I have the protection for crazy stuff happening here. And I think I'm just going to go a little bit aggro here, pop the boost, so I do not have to give him too much memory. Then swing at security and use the X-Antibody to evolve into Blackwargreymon X-Antibody. Hit into a Jerry, which brings out Leomon. And now I'm going to pop the Leomon, so he goes to 5 anyway, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. I'm going to be trashing the Rina from the top with the Blackwargreymon. And now I think with the amount of memory he has, it's not possible for him to go into Ulforce and keep turn as well. I don't think so. Yeah, instead he's just going to Ice Wall here, which is fine. I'm going to go into Agumon, and I think I'm just going to swing her to, you know, put up some more pressure. Hit into another Tamer in the insecurity. But it's Davis, so it does add a card, but like it's not super impactful to hit here. And I'm actually going to trash another Rina from the security there. So, yeah, 4 Tamers in security, which is nice. However, Blackwargreymon doing the degenerate stuff it does, where it just trashes them as well. Oh yeah, right, he forgot when I attacked to tap the Jerry. I was like, yeah, sure, you can do that. Technically, you should have like drawn the card and then do the Davis, but you know, it's just testing, right? And now he's going to go into the Ulforce, and now, of course, he's going to be able to keep turn. Because he's going to play out a Jerry. He's going to gain 1 memory, I think. Yeah, just a 1 memory from the Veedramon inheritable. And now if he's going to unsuspend, then he can also gain a memory from the Veemon. He's going to swing, give the 1000 boost, and now I can potentially block if I want to. But then my stack gets deleted, which is definitely not something I want to. He does have double check, but it's fine. Like I do have a lot of security left, so yeah. And then he just plays the Veemon. And yeah, this is just going to be game, right? Because I swing with the Agumon. Actually, he hit into Rina, so he had 5 Tamers in security, including triple Rina. And he makes his Veemon blocker, so now it's actually not possible for me to win the game here. But it is possible, because I can evolve for 1 or for 2, gain 1 memory, go into this, and then go into the Metal Greymon for 2 to just get rid of his Veemon. And that means the Blackwargreymon can attack for game. So yeah, Battle of the Titans here from BT11. Very cool match in my opinion. Thank you for watching, GG.